Welcome to part 2 of our circle square circle tutorial. In part 1 we went through and created our dimensions and our isometric part in OnShape for our 2x2 by 2 inch cube with our 1.5 inch circular hole. In this video we're going to create our next part, which is a 3.5 inch cylinder extruded 1 inch with a 2x2 square hole cut in the center that is centered. So coming back to OnShape, we can see that part that we last created. If I come to my parts menu here, I'm going to right click on part 1, rename it cube with circle hole. And that'll just help me keep track of my parts later on. Now that I have it renamed, I'm going to left click on my little eyeball, hiding that so I have a nice clean workspace. I'm going to come back and click my sketch button. I'm going to lay a sketch down on my front plane and then click my front navigation cube to orientate myself. I'm going to come up to the circle tool. I'm going to click and drag out and click again, typing in then 3.5 enter, which gives me my 3.5 inch diameter circle. I'm next going to come up to my extrude button and I'm going to extrude this 1 inch. Green check mark to finish that extrusion. So now I have the base of my part. I'm going to come back to the sketch button. I'm going to click on sketch. I'm going to click again on that front face, not on one of my planes, my front, right, or top plane, but rather the part itself. That lays that sheet of paper across the face of the part. I'm going to click on my orientation cube to see this directly on. And I'm going to come over to my rectangle tool and I'm going to choose the center point rectangle. As I come to my drawing then, you're going to notice I get a little square that says, hey, this is the center of the circle. I'm going to click there and drag out. I then can left click to lay my rectangle down. I'm going to type in 2 inches and 2 inches and then the escape button to exit my tool. It's really important that you lay this down from the center where you get that yellow square saying, hey, this is the center. So you've basically chosen the center of the circle to draw your rectangle. If you don't do this, you're going to have to use the dimension key to dimension from the center point to the top and the center point to the right side, just like we did on the cube. But the easier way is to find the center. We're going to come up to our extrude button. We're going to click on remove, which changes the direction and tells the program to make a cut instead of adding on, and the green check mark to finish. We then can come to our part 2, right click on it, and we're going to name this circle with square hole. And we now have our second part created.